first day of production?
Yes, it has been 2 years since we finished this film, Out of Order. But the route was, we suggested, Viva and Myriad agreed na before selling it to Netflix, ikot muna natin siya around the world. Pangalan mo naman, makasugit tayo ng mga festival exposure. So we actually premiered sa Da Nang, Vietnam, first quarter of the year. Doon yung first showing ng Out of Order. Doon ko siya unang napanood sa big screen. Kasi nung ine-edit namin siya sa post-production, sa laptop ko lang siya lagi napapanood. And then after that, by November, pasok din siya sa Jagran Film Festival in Mumbai, India. So, but mas mauuna yung premiere, which is October 2 sa Netflix po. And then right now, we just wanted to make it big and memorable. Kaya we really had it shown dito sa cinema. Hirap siya dito kasi wala naman po talagang formal education. And at the same time, all of the things I've done there as a director came from knowledge from the previous directors that I've worked with in the past. So, yung isang inspiration kong director, dito yung ko si director. And then sabi ko sa kanya, direct, marami kang makikitang shots doon inspired by you. So let me know ano yun.
May ka ba?
Sobra po. Kasi when I was doing this project, aside from being a director po, actor din ako dito, and then at the same time, producer din. So ang number one trabaho ng producer is to make the budget work. So in all of those things, I'm overlooking and overseeing all of that. So it was really taxing actually. Pero sobrang fulfilling yung experience na kahit paano nairaos namin siya as a team. Pero this just made me realize how hardworking Coco Martin is. Kasi siya to eh. Siya rin to in real life eh. So, idol natin talaga yun si Boss Coco. But this won't be the last, definitely. Right now, we're doing a film sa Viva din. I'm gonna be directing it as well. But with the details of that po, sa media ko na lang natin.
What stories draw you as a director? Anong saan ka interested?
Right now, especially right now, with what's happening, I think films that has to be socially relevant. I think we have, of course, that's one. But moreover that, kasi I wanted to create films that will be appreciated by people who watched it. Like across all markets and across all ages. Na hindi lang tayo laging nako-confine sa rom-com, sa horror, sa drama, di ba? I mean, the production world is like a vast land of concepts and opportunities. So, ang saya lang kahit paano na ngayon, open-minded na rin yung Filipino audience. They are very much willing to consume contents na hindi na dun sa stereotype. So, yun, yung mga ganong konsepto.
May title ba niya Pura Plot?
Nire-post ko yun. Tamaan ng tamaan. Diba? Ang matamaan, sabi nga doon sa kanta ni Glock 9, yun yung favorite line ko din sa chorus part. Sabi, bato-bato sa langit, ang tamaan, huwag magalit, ang matamaan, huwag masyadong halata. Diba?
But then, gano'n ka-painful yun, lalo sa tulad ng na ang laki-laki ng binabayaran na tax?
Actually, it's not really more of me paying a lot of taxes every year. It's when I see people suffering from that. That's what I cannot take as not as a taxpayer but as a Filipino. Doon ako galit na kayo, itong mga corrupt na to, nakakatulog kayo sa aircon, sa malalaking bahay, tapos yung mga tao, pag bumaha, pag may nangyaring calamity, ultimo family members nila, ultimo buhay nila, nawawala. Kaya nila yun? I mean, how dare they? That's why I'm all for the movement against corruption. Maybe like what si Sir Vince Hizon of DPWH said, na hindi agad-agad. This will be a very long time because it has been systemic already. So matagal-tagal pero kailangan may gumagalaw. Yun eh. Huwag nating hayaan na mangyari na naman sa atin, bigla na lang tong mabaon sa limot. because of, that's how I saw it. I've been reviewing past corruption cases in the government na parang all of a sudden, nakakalimutan siya. Tinatapalan siya ng iba-ibang klaseng balita just so people could forget. And the Filipinos are not stupid. We always remember. Especially right now with our platforms. So, wag kami. Wag ang Pinoy ngayon.
Mabalik tayo sa movie.
Yes po.
Paano mo pinag-iwalay yung pagiging director at artista at the same time? Hindi madali.
So the way I treated every scene to be shot was, inuuna ko lahat ng scene ng mga artista. Hinuhuli ko yung akin. Hinuhuli ko yung shot ko so that I can have a full grasp of the scene. Hindi kasi pwede na siya, unahin ko pa shot ko eh. I mean, last ako, para lang mabuo ko yung eksena in a director's POV. And then, saka ko na isushoot yung sarili ko afterwards. Para wala ako nakakalimutan. So, dapat kasi may procedure siya, may step by step siya when you shoot a scene. So ako, when I read the script, okay, what's the intention of the scene? Sinong artistang involved? What's the message? Anong, I mean, all of the scenes are relevant, pero how big of a relevance this scene is to the whole storytelling. Tapos yung sa akin, last part na, para madali na lang.
Sabi nga ni Kevin, parang spinoy mo lang sila.
Hindi naman.
Speak right you as a director.
No, but what I'm just so blessed with this project, with the people I've worked with Viva, and with my team here. Ang sarap lang katrabaho nitong mga taong to, and definitely this will not be the last time I'll be working with these people. Since it was my first time, I had my struggles, I had my doubts sa sarili ko, but it's a matter of communication eh. Open book din kasi ako whenever I do my work and my job as an actor. Parang first time ko po, I'm more than willing to hear your suggestions. This is not, hindi po ibig sabihin na ako lang yung director, ako lang yung masusunod. You can also input all of your thoughts. Kasi mas nagiging buo yung storytelling and yung experience. Kaya parang hindi ako nahirapan to be working with these people.
And then, paano yung talent pinang artista, director, mag-iwalay?
Kaya mag-iwalay. Parang isa lang din. Same lang po. I mean, this is a passion project for me. So, I was there from the time na isusulat pa lang yung unang letra sa script. So I was part of the creative process for this. We researched about this because this is a very sensitive topic. It's about justice. It's about finding out the truth and setting someone else free from lies and parang mga bagay na ginawa para isakdal tong taong to.
Alden, na-mention ko kanina si Coca Martin sa mga inspiration.
Yes, of course. Sino bang hindi? Yes.
Kasi si Alden meron siya pinapauso ngayon na no script sa mga artist.
Oh.
Pwede ka ba pumasa doon?
Parang hindi ko pa kasi kaya. I mean, ako naniniwala kasi ako, the reason why si Boss Coco natin is nagagawa yung no script sa mga eksena. Yung pulso niya sa director kasi it's acquired experience and knowledge. So kayang-kaya na niyang i-pull off yun. But for me, since I'm starting pa lang, baka dun muna ako sa normal route, sa safe route muna.
Pero as an actor, kaya mo ba yun?
Gusto ko yun. Kasi it gives more empowerment to the characters na hindi mo sila kinukulong sa letra ng script. Binibigyan mo sila and hindi mo ginagawang tamad yung mga artista sa storytelling. Ito yung intention ng scene. Sige, kung anong nararamdaman mo as your character, say your line. Kasi you make the actors work also. So yung din yung nakikita kong magandang side mo na on the spot lahat.
Last na lang for me, marami kasi yung kinakalampag yung mga social media ng Anchor sa Kalitaw.
Oh, why not?
Actually,
we have a project sa pipeline, but I think she has to finish hers first, and I also have other things committed already prior to that concept. Pero I'm very much willing to work with Anne kasi I know her based on nakakasama ko siya sa mga shoots. Mabait na tao, and feeling ko magaan din katrabaho.
Alden, medyo naano ko na sa directing. Paano kaya yung mga fans na nag-iintay sa'yo sa TV, teleserye? Meron pa ba ang chance?
Next year.
Meron.
Next year, meron na tayo. Balik teleserye na tayo. But again, sabihin ko pag everything's final na, mayroon kasing pangunahan. Pero
Hindi mo
meron.
naman siya iiwan.
No. Again, I'm doing a lot of things in the industry, on and off the industry. Pero one thing is true to me and that's my heart as an actor. Wala nang makakatanggal man sa akin.
And then actually, reaction ng MTRCB.
Wow! Maraming salamat po. Actually, kinilig ako na ganun yung naging reception ng MTRCB and it was rated PG by all of them. Kahit medyo may mga scenes tayo dito na hindi pambata pero they still gave us that rating. So maraming salamat po and this is kasi naniniwala po kami as mga creatives and creators of projects na ang pelikula ay isang avenue para maipakita sa tao at mabuksan muli at maipaalala sa kanila kung paano nga ba mamuhay ng tama. So, yun yung trabaho natin, trabaho po siyempre rin ng media, ng press, is to itama ang mali, lahat ng mali sa mundo. And this avenue that we have right now is our platform to showcase and empower people by watching our content.
Yung expectation mo na sa Netflix na re-release mas wider yung audience?
Yes, opo. I mean, yun nga po, right now din kasi parang just to, give time for the Philippine cinema pa rin to pick up. Parang mas madali kasi sa pagpuproduce po ng pelikula for theatrical, may formula kasi siya eh. Kasi of course, may marketo ka, magpabibilin mo yung tao ng tickets, and kailangan, kung ano yung gusto nila, yun yung ibigay natin. But right now kasi with Netflix and with all the other platforms that we have right now, somehow may free hand ka to do all the things that's inside your head na mga contents and storytellings and stories that you wanna tell na walang sinusunod na formula. So, for me, the reason why Netflix yung napili namin is this is a very sensitive topic. This is a very socially relevant content. And I think it's best to put it in the platform to reach more audience globally.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you.